Hey, what's up, guys? Well, this is gonna be a quick video. At least I think it will be. Congrats to Terence Crawford. Congrats to Coach Bomac, Brian McIntyre. Congrats to Terence Crawford and his family. Congrats to uh, Bud's fans, his entire team. All right, Omaha. Congrats to all you guys, man. Congrats to Terrence for, as he was saying, putting the cherry on top of his Hall of Fame career. You know, there's a part of me that thinks that he should walk away right now, man. 40-0, 31 KOs, two-time undisputed. He has nothing left to prove. He's 35. He's made a shit ton of money. He's achieved everything he needs to achieve. He was already a Hall of Famer before this. Really, at this point, what if you want to stick around and try to fight at 54 or maybe even 60 to win titles? But Charlo's not tied up with Canelo. It might be a while before he could get that fight. He's supposed to rematch Spence, which, who really wants to see that? It's going to be predictable. Only somebody delusional will say that Spence will win the rematch. I think if they have the rematch, Terrence will fight him at 54. Yeah, he might treat Spence as a tune-up, an introduction to 54, man. But I think he would do it just so there's no excuses, so nobody can say, oh, man, Spence was that way in the fight because of the weight, all that shit. I think he will fight him at 54 just so there's no excuses, and to have a fight at 54 if he wanted to campaign there and try to get a title there, or whether it be undisputed or if the titles become vacant, all right. Guys, it was a a one-sided fight. Everything that I said in my Gamblers Alert video, my preview video, it played out, man. Everything I said, all right. Guys, I gave Errol Spence the first round. We know Terrence is a slow starter. He likes to study guys, figure them out. Maybe the best I've ever seen at doing that, second round, he scored the knockdown, put Spence down officially for the first time in his career. Third round, I had even, all right, because Spence came out after getting embarrassed and knocked down. He came out trying to fight, right? And then, he had his moments, but then Terrence had his moments, so I said it's even round, too close to call, all right? After that, it was just pure domination, all right? How many times did Spence go down in this fight? 3? Seemed like it was more than that. Seemed like it could have been 4. I don't know. All right, I was just too caught up in what was going on. I wasn't counting. I had a scorecard. At the time of stoppage, I had it 79-71. Guys, it was a one-sided fight, man. And man, this needed to happen, man. This needed to happen because, unfortunately for Errol Spence, he is going to be a shining example for future boxers, for the next generation, man. That that you cannot lose focus, that you cannot, have these bad habits, drunk driving, accident, all these things, inactive, yo-yoing in weight, all the shit that he was doing wrong, man. People gonna be able to point to him and say, you don't want to do what this guy did, man. What would it have looked like if Spence would have won this fight, became undisputed, and with everything, all the bad things that he did, man, not living a life, not staying focused. Should it be an example out there that can happen, that you can, fuck around and still reach the heights of the sport, the ultimate height? No. Everybody should have seen this coming, man. They should have seen this coming. You just had to be deluded not to see it coming, man. Be a super Spence fanboy or fangirl to not see this coming, man. Terence Crawford was a very dominant fighter, for the majority of his career. Fights not close, not competitive, no split decision. He not taking no damage. You know, the only stain you can say is Kavaliauskas knocked him down. And depending on your opinion, I thought Sean Porter was outboxing him, but that's because he was in there playing around with Sean Porter, you know, his friend, all right. Once he got serious, he dropped the guy twice and the fight was stopped, all right. Um, but, you know, and of course, I knew he was not going to play around with Spence. Uh, you know, I wasn't concerned that he was going to get the knockout. I just, at times, I wished he would have put his foot on the gas even more to go ahead and get it, because I think it might have been the seventh round. Um, After I think he might have knocked Spence down. I can't remember, but you could see Harvey Dock was starting to step in, starting to get close. He was ready to stop the fight. If Bud would have just, you know, put the foot on the gas and went ahead and, you know, threw flurries at Spence and you know, hit him flush, Doc would have stopped the fight. And as I like to call him, quick trigger Harvey Doc, because he's quick to stop a fight. But, you know, to his credit, you know, he knew what was on the line in this fight. You know, he gave Spence tons of opportunities, man. Even after he was dropped multiple times and all that, he you know, he gave Spence all the, you know, all the chances in the world. You know, he had to go out the hard way, man. Um, you know, a hard lesson that he had to learn, man. Um, you know, I know some people might think that, you know, of course I've not been a Spence supporter. I've picked against him since you know, the Brook fight and on up until now. Not a fan of him with Derrick James. Um, but you know, it's not my style. I'm not, you know, here to kick a guy while he's down. Um, but to be honest, guys, you know, I actually feel kind of sorry for Errol Spence, man. The things that happened to him was self-inflicted, except for, you know, the eye injury. But you know, I feel sorry for him, man. And his, you know, his fans, his supporters, his team, his family. You know, I feel sorry for them, man, because this guy, you know, he had, I should say, had, you know, a lot of potential, man. And, you know, he was not a bust. You know, he became a unified champ. He won 3 belts, you know, but, you know, I think his career could have been better. He could have done even more. And he would have been better in this fight. Now, I don't think he would have won the fight, but he could have been better in the fight, man. If this guy would have lived the life, man, if he would have stayed hungry and focused like he was when he was young, prime, upcoming Errol Spence that wanted to be a champion, you know, they used to say he wanted to be undisputed. You know, he lost his way, man. He lost his way. He put the money, he made the money the priority. Custer said at the press conference that, you know, that, you know, you told me you wanted to be undisputed. He was like, I remember telling you that I wanted to make some money. That's not what young Errol Spence said, man. Young, hungry Errol Spence. He said he wanted to be his dream, his goal was to be undisputed welterweight champion of the world. You know, he lost that vision, that focus. You know, he started drinking and partying and drunk driving, accidents and all this shit, man. Inactivity, blowing up between fights, all this stuff he did, man. You know, so, you know, in a sense, I feel bad for him, man, and his team and his fans and all that shit, man. Um, you know, I always thought that he was a bit overrated. You know, the way people talked about him when he was coming up, you know, like he was so great. Um, you know, you would have thought they were talking about Jerron Boots Ennis. Now, if that was Boots they were saying it about, if he had that level of talent, oh yeah, then I was seeing where everybody was coming from. But, you know, I saw the holes in his game, his deficiencies, and you know, man, he got in with a superior fighter, Hall of Famer, hungry, still in shape all the time. And what happened, man. He got embarrassed, man. He got beat up. You know, he got busted up, blooded. He got stopped, dropped multiple times. You know, I think one day he gonna look back and say, you know what, I fucked up. I screwed up. I should have been more focused. I should have been doing X, Y, and Z. And instead of doing things I did, I could have done that after I retired. All right. So, you know, but, you know, it's too late now. Hell, shit, personally, I think Spence should retire, man. I think, he shouldn't even fight anymore, in my opinion. Uh, where's he gonna go from here? He's gonna rematch Terence Crawford and get stopped again. If they have this rematch, Terence Crawford's gonna be a huge favorite, man. If he's anything lower than a minus 700, I would be shocked. All right, minus 500 is too low. He should be a 10-1 favorite, man, in the rematch, regardless of the weight. All right, he might be shit. All right, he will be favored to get a stoppage against Errol Spence in the rematch. If not, it's gonna be very close to even money. Hell, Big Bang is not favored, but the odds are close in that fight, so that's why you're not getting, minus money or barely over even money, because the odds are close in that fight for a stoppage. But um, guys, I would advise him not to take that fight. If he goes up to 54, somebody gonna hand him his ass. If he got in with Tim Tszyu, man, he would get stopped, man. He would get stopped against Tim Tszyu. He is not gonna be a better fighter than he was tonight. He's gonna be, even less effective going forward. All right. After taking this damage, he gonna be even less of a fighter, man. And he fights some of these guys at 54, man. They gonna hurt him and stop him. He's 33. He was a unified champ. He made good money. I say, man, call it a day. Call it a day. Shit. Say you don't have the fighting spirit anymore. People say, man, Bud knocked the fight out of him. But hell, just say I took the advice of my team that it was time to leave. Because of things that happened from the car accident, things like that, whatever. If he continues on, he's gonna lose to Crawford again, and possibly others if he keeps on. All right, he should just save himself the damage. The brother didn't even look like he was half dead, half asleep before the fight. Like I said, he don't even look the same, man. He don't even look the same. He got dominated, man. He got dominated. Like I said, everybody was, people hyped for this fight. Oh, want to see this fight. I said it's gonna be a one-sided fight, and it was, not competitive at all. He couldn't do shit with Terence Crawford, man, and in the rematch, he won't be able to do anything either. It shouldn't even be any interest. Nobody's even buy tickets for that fight, all right? So really, I think that's it, guys. I mean, what more is there to say? Spence got dominated. He got dropped multiple times. He got stopped, all right? And I made a killing off this fight, man. Everybody should have seen this shit coming. Everybody should have seen it coming. A dominant Hall of Fame fighter like Terence Crawford, man, was not going to lose to a guy who was, drinking, had a terrible accident, had bad injuries and surgeries from that, had, eye surgery. I was thinking about doing the pre-fight videos. I was thinking about the fight, Friday. And I thought more about Derrick James slapping him upside the head with a left hand in an open workout. Guys, I think that Errol Spence can't see what's coming from the right side of his face, man. He either can't see it or his reaction time to it is terrible because of what happened with his eye. He already was defensively poor. But then you add that into the equation, and he's just super hittable. Crawford fought him from the southpaw stance the whole fight. Didn't even switch, not one time. Fought him southpaw the whole fight, hitting him with stiff, hard jabs. The left power, Spence throwing, leaning in unprotected all night, getting hit flush. It was a disaster, man. It was a disaster, man. So I think Spence should retire. And somebody probably say, Trav, rubbing salt in the wounds, he hating or whatever. Spence need to come back, redeem himself. Man, they look out for that brother. Tell him he should just retire and enjoy the money that he made, man. Enjoy life. Do something else, because at this point, he's just going to keep taking damage, man. He finally got in with somebody who, who actually let their hands go against him and was not, backing away back. Oh man, that's Errol Spence. Oh, I can't throw him. I'm afraid I'm gonna get hit. He's strong. He might knock me out. No. Terence, was reading him backing away for, at first. Second round, he started walking him down, man. And walked him down pretty much the rest of the fight, except times when Spence has LaFleur or whatever. But, he couldn't do nothing with Terence Crawford, man. And the rematch, it'll be even worse. He'll get stopped again and take even more damage, man. So, really, I think that's it, guys. Again, congrats to Bud Crawford, to his family, his friends, his fans. His mama was in the middle of the ring dancing, and I think there probably was a sister in there too dancing. I told you guys, man. Derek James just made it worse by saying that man's mom was not gonna be dancing after the fight. And they said it was my birthday. I don't know if that's a fact. I didn't look into it even more, but they made it even worse for themselves, guys. Made it even worse for themselves. Really, I think that's it, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. I made a killing off this fight. I made 5 figures off this fight. I have posted the winning bet slips already. I went in heavy, and because I was very confident in the outcome of this fight. One of the best of all time, future Hall of Famer, always in shape, still hungry, pound for pound, one of the best skilled fighters, pound for pound, one of the hardest hitters, fighting a guy who has been out of the ring for over a year, inactive overall, alcohol, out of shape, yo-yoing in weight, eye surgery, car accident, all this shit, man. I said I was going to catch up to him, and tonight it did, man. It was a disaster for Errol Spence. An embarrassment. He got embarrassed in front of the world, in front of his peers, all-time greats, in front of his fans, his family. I feel sorry for y'all, man. I do. I'm not come on here and gloat and rub salt in the wounds. Errol Spence could have achieved and done better than what he did, man. And he achieved a lot. I give it to him. Not everybody wins 3 belts, but the way he was living, the things he was doing and not doing, to get to this fight, to this ultimate boss he got to, I knew this was gonna happen, guys. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I hope you made money off this fight. Plus 350, plus 360, plus 340. It closed at plus 320. All of them are gold mines, all right, on Crawford to win by knockout on FanDuel. I hope you guys took advantage of the knockout prop. Hope you made money. Hope you enjoyed the fight. Again, congrats to Bud and his team, to Bomac. Let me know what you guys think. And I will check in with you guys soon, man. Thanks for watching.